guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sonja
and you're watching Domestic Diva. Today I am participating in a challenge hosted by Heidi Sombel's DIY, and I will be creating a 3 dollar store DIYs inspired by kind of like a Mongolia market, fixer-upper, Joanna Gaines style type of DIYs. They're rustic, they're farmhouse, and I hope you like them. This, like I mentioned, this is part of a challenge, so there will be a playlist, and you can also make sure you check out Heidi's channel, which will be linked down below along with the playlist. So let's get started.
So for my first project, here are the materials you are going to need. I have had these little tin containers that came on a tray, and I will be using this tray but for a different craft. So I've got this, and so you need 3 of them. I have a piece of board that just from other projects left over. You need a bowl. I am using a gel stain to stain my board, some sandpaper, and some vinegar, and then a whole bunch of rags. And you will also need some greenery to finish this off, and then a glue gun. So I'm going to, first things first, I'm going to get my tins. I want to age this metal, and I saw a couple different ways of doing it online, but this one is the one that I have stuff for. It's using vinegar and some rags and sandpaper, so I'm going to try it that way, and I hope that it works. So first thing you want to do is you just want to rough up certain spots. Nothing too much, just a little bit of roughness, I guess, and that way I guess it might penetrate a little bit better in certain spots or whatnot. We'll see. Hopefully it'll work. If not, we'll just go from there and see what we can do. Don't know if it works unless you try. That's what I tell my kids all the time. Okay, so then you want to fill up your enough vinegar so you can saturate a rag. I'm gonna get it all saturated, and now I'm going to wrap this up completely, and you're supposed to let it sit for about an hour or so. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for all the other ones. So while those are being saturated with vinegar, I'm going to stain my board. I think it's actually better on this side. And I'm just going to use, I think I'm just going to go with a rag to do that. I'm not even going to use a brush. It's messier on my hands, but I like the way it turns out much better. So just tap it and then just rub it on, and you want to go in the direction of the wood grain. I love this stain. It's the Old Masters gel stain, and it's in Spanish oak. And a little goes a long way. So I'm gonna let this dry. It doesn't take long at all because I didn't apply too much on it. So I have actually left these soaking in vinegar, wrapped up in a rag, for about 4 hours, and this is the result. I'm sure if you left it a little longer, it would be more, maybe darker spots would show up, but I am quite happy with the way this looks. It just took away that super shiny look that the pots had. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my board and I'm going to hot glue each pot. I just have to figure out the spacing where I want them exactly. This is about right. Just gonna make sure that there's a equal amount of distance. So right there. Get my middle one in, then the other ones will be easier. So there, and I'll show you what it looks like with the pots in it. I mean with the plants in it. So for my second project, I am using just a leftover piece of wood from a different project, 3 dowels that I had left over from another project, and then I had picked this up a while ago at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take it apart, and then I just need some spray paint. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to spray paint this piece to kind of match that one. And I'm just going to do it in this box. I have a window open because it is not nice outside. So that is done. I'm going to let it dry now. I also need to spray paint these 3 pieces in here. Now I'm going to take this apart best that I can without breaking it. This chain you can always use for a different project. There we go, and then I can just hot glue this piece inside. I'm just going to bend it and then hot glue it. There, that's ready. And this I will save for a different project. So now I'm going to attach these. Had time to dry a little bit. I am going to glue them on. Tricky, but I hope it works. So I'm just going to wait for that to have a minute to dry, and then I'm going to hot glue this to it. And I'm gonna lay it down, and I'm going to apply a generous amount of glue. So there it is. So for my last project, it is the simplest one of all of them. I am using this Farmhouse stencil that I borrowed from a friend, and I think she got it at Joann's, but I'm not 100% sure. And then the tray that was left over from the little pots, some black acrylic paint, and a stencil brush that I've been washing, and some painter's tape just to secure the stencil. I'm going to stencil it on.
Sorry.
Okay, let's see. I hope this works out. If not, I will have to clean it up and start over again. It did work out. So here it is. I think that turned out really cute and so simple. I hope you enjoyed all these DIYs, and make sure you check out the playlist as well as Heidi's channel. That's linked down below. And until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.